it going, everybody? Welcome to Cities by Jake. I'm your resident architect, and today we're going to be stepping away from Magnolia, and I'm going to be doing a little let's play tutorial on how I start my towns, or any town in the area, whether it's a city of 200,000 or a new town like this. It's my thought process of, creating roads and where I place my zoning and how I place my zoning. That is going to be what we're going to be doing today's episode. But before we get started, if you like City Skylines 2, give this video a like, and if you're new here, make sure you subscribe to the channel and ring that bell icon to be notified when a new episode comes out. That's the best way to support this channel. And lastly, drop a comment on what your favorite map on Paradox Mods or the vanilla City Skylines 2. Curious to know. Alright, with that, let's get into it. Alright, so like I said in the intro, we're going to be doing a tutorial on how I, create a town. And I thought, what better way to do that and to just start fresh. Let's, fresh our minds and not focus on Magnolia, which we will do. We will get back to Magnolia, but I think I'm going to step away from Magnolia just for a little bit. Kind of get a breather, and it'll be nice to get a fresh air when we get back to it. But I am going to be using the map called Daybreak, and that is on Paradox Mods, and it's by this creator right here. Yeah, so I just downloaded this about 5 minutes before I hit record, so I'm not really too familiar with it. I like the coastal aspect of it, and then I also, when I opened this map, I also really liked how there's two starting points. So if I wanted to start a city here, I could, and then I could also start here, or I can completely separate it and have like the industrial over here and residential over here, and kind of start that, and then we can work our way kind of blending it in here eventually. I don't know if this is going to be a series, but for now we're just going to focus on this area because it seems like it's going to be the easiest to work with, given what I want to kind of show for today. So when I'm first thinking of how to start, I look at the roads. So this is all highway roads, which I think we'll have to replace. So I'm going to replace this as a main arterial road. That's not how you pronounce it, but this is going to be our central artery in our town. And then this is going to be our connector, really. So this connects around in here. And then again, this will be our main arterial road. So we're going to replace we're going to have to get Anarchy so that we can wrong one. We'll leave that like that. I'll have to obviously delete these trees. Okay, it did it automatically. But we're gonna also replace this as well, and we'll do this. Then that's going to cause some traffic jams, but for today's purpose, we'll just leave it like that for now. And we'll have our roundabout here, and then our highway over through here. And so what we can look at now is, what I think I'm going to be doing is we'll probably have our first park over in here, and then we'll bring another larger medium road in through here, And then we'll have our local road kind of go around and then probably go under here and continue on around. And then we'll connect it over through here. And then we probably will leave this here. That looks like it's very terrain heavy. But we might be able to put some homes and neighborhoods in through here. First order of business, we'll grab this road. And we're gonna do a straight road. I'll probably have to delete. Let's pause this for a second. Delete this roundabout. Then we'll grab it from there and we'll go 90 degrees. So then we'll go from there, and that's not straight. So this doesn't come in, this doesn't connect at a 90. Yeah, that's pretty obvious, Jake. Now you look at it. So we're gonna drag it right here. And then we'll grab our 2-lane road. Then we're gonna loop it. We'll probably can take Anarchy off now. Snapping off. I noticed in the last episode, thank you to the person who commented on that. Last episode, it was snapping to the top of the trees, and I realized when you added the asset importer, it adds this. So you gotta make sure when you're doing your roads that this is turned off. We're gonna do something like this and add some unique flair to this area. And we'll do that and then bring it back around, and then hopefully we can get something to go under. We can. Then we'll follow this sand. And we'll go up right there for now, and we'll figure out what we're going to do for that later. But I want to focus on this area for right now. And then next we will something like that. And this is definitely not straight, but we'll kind of come in. We'll loop this up, and this will probably eventually, if we were to continue this will probably be another large road, and we'll loop it up to however we connect it through here. But what I want to do is I want to create a small grid, and then the next road that we're going to use is we're going to use our alleyway roads. So this, by doing this, this creates kind of the road hierarchy, is what everyone keeps talking about. You know, you're probably wondering, what is the road hierarchy? So this is our main road right up through here and right through here. Then this is kind of like that secondary main road, not too crazy as this. And then same thing with this. And then these are kind of like our smaller access roads, I guess is what you probably call it. And then we're just gonna kind of drag up through here. And we'll connect here. And then we're going to go all the way. We're going to continue this on to where we can kind of get all of our zoning kind of filled in. It's not perfect because it's definitely, this is not 90 degrees. I don't think this is 90 degrees really, but this is, we kind of get the idea. We'll keep this empty because then we'll put a lot of commercial in here, and we'll have that buffer in the back to kind of have like parking lots or whatever you have in that normal like city center area. And I think this is probably where that city center area will be. And then we'll have our park over through here. Then this will probably be a lot of our homes. So the next thing you can do to make it easier, you could just draw a straight line across. But if we're going to make these homes, it could be interesting to kind of alternate. And you see me do that in a few other episodes where we kind of just alternate. We kind of go here and then, you know, kind of at randomness. So you create these cool like neighborhood pockets. You just kind of have like here and then do another one right here, and I continue on through that. Then we'll do one down the middle here. Then you kind of create this cool, you know, like neighborhood effect in through here. Yeah, so you can just put your homes up and through here and have some decent sized lots available. And then we're going to focus on kind of creating a city center. We'll stick to our alleyway road. I want to get terrain on here just to make sure it's relatively flat. What I want to do is I want to create a unique little area that maybe this can become like our city hall area. I don't know if that this actually would fit. So let's, before we kind of go in there, let's see if it fits. It doesn't fit, but we could always bring this road back. We could just have that road here, and then we can kind of bring this road around, loop it back up, and connect through here. Something like let me fix that. That's not the greatest, but you get the idea. So I'm gonna cut right here and we'll fix this kind of up. We'll clean this up a little bit. Okay, so I flipped the city hall to face this way. I think it probably would be a little better with the park over through here. And then I created some one-way alleyway roads, which is using the Mio Road asset pack. And we can still keep this kind of road through here, but then I think I might change it a little bit so that we can grab our alleyway road, and we'll sort of kind of bring it through here. Because what I want to do now is I want to bring this road down here. Then I want to bring do something like that. Then we're gonna connect right there. Connect right here. Then we'll go up through here. we'll kind of bring it back through here that we can go under this road and rail. Then we can kind of bring this back to fill in that zoning. Connect it right here. So we'll have like kind of a city center up and through here. We have our city hall here. And then we will build out, you know, our kind of like commercial district. We'll add, you know, maybe our school in through here, police station, stuff like that. What I want to do is I want to use Anarchy, and we're going to upgrade. We're going to add lighting all the way through here. And what I'm going to take advantage of this, and we're going to put all of our power and water in through here. So next what I would do is I would zone, what I want to add is we'll add our city services first. Sometimes I will do that after, and I'll just start zoning out our homes, but I think I'm going to do that first this time. So what I do is probably figure out what we need. And obviously, since we're starting a brand new build, we need everything. So we should get a elementary school, and I would rather put that onto, see if I happens when I do that. That is fine. You don't mind that a little bit. And then add a playground through here. And I think this one I'm not going to add. Yeah. No, actually. I changed my mind. I'm gonna add, I think I'm gonna add one. It would fit right there. What we're gonna do is we'll add our elementary school. Child care center, and we can do our playground. We'll keep that like that for now. And then what I want to do is I want to add our firehouse, add it off there. I typically like to get these off the main roads just because it's going to cause a lot of traffic. So if you have it on these side roads that don't have a lot of traffic going in, I think they operate a lot better. And the same thing goes for police station. We were to add a police station right here, that would help. And coming off this road, that will help. Even though this is kind of like a main road for back here, it still will help with traffic wise. So next thing that we would probably need to do is healthcare, and I'm gonna put this sort of on the main road, off the main road, but it's really just a turn and then a turn in, and that's kind of how they go, kind of how they are. Sometimes they're on the main road. If you go in like Texas, they're typically like right off the main road, but again, that causes a lot of traffic, and we're not going to do that. The next thing that I'm going to do is just zone out a lot of these low density homes. I'm going to fill this area in as much as I can, and I'm going to keep things off this facing way, because this is our main connector. We're not going to have any zoning at all, even like commercial. We're not going to have any zoning here. If I have this issue with zoning, then I typically just turn that snapping off here, and it will snap to here. So what we're doing is we're just spacing these out so that they have a lot of yards. So we'll probably do big home right here, and we'll do another decent size home here. And then sometimes what I like to do is, since we have two American theme low density homes, then we have two European, is I'll grab a few different ones so that you get a different variety of homes. So we'll let that build, and I'll show you that we'll have like kind of different variety of homes through here, and it's not all of the same home all the time. Okay, so that is done, and as you can see, you get the different types of buildings here. We have normal European home, and then we have a European beachfront waterfront property home, and then we have an American waterfront property. Oh no, I had it backwards. EU waterfront right here, EU normal right here, and then we have a normal American home, normal American. So you see what I mean? If you kind of zone out the same, you'll start to get very repetitive homes through here. So changing up the zoning size and the zoning type gives you this variety that is really nice. I'm gonna go ahead and do that through all of this and be right back. Okay, so all of our homes are built, and it looks a little flat now. But what I'm going to do next is I'm going to do a bunch of commercial kind of along through here, and then we'll fill in some more commercial here, because now that we have our residents in, we now have demand for commercial and also industrial, which I think I'm going to put a bunch of that over here in our kind of like, I guess this will be considered our industrial park area. I know I probably said in the beginning of the episode that I'm not going to do that, but I think given the space we have, this makes the most sense. So what I like to do when I zone commercial is I like to look at parking lots first. You know, I am American, and when you go to city centers, especially small towns, there's quite a lot of parking. So I would do a parking lot right here, and then I'd probably do another one right across the street from over here. And in this example, we would probably leave it as is for here. Maybe put another one back in through here. I think for now we'll keep this relatively clean, and I maybe what this right here is probably a good spot for one. And then this is going to be a kind of commercial strip along through here. So I would want to look into here. I like to doing this. I like to kind of mix it up. So we'd have one that attaches through here. But then if you go down to here, I'll probably put one that faces that attaches to this main street. And we'll do another one. Do another one kind of right here. And then we'll do another one on this corner, which really messes with here, but that's probably fine. Then I'll go into our commercial and I'll start to zone sort of right next to them. We have here, and then we can, then I'll give a space through here so we can have a walking path connecting through here. And then I'm going to put a walking path along this road so we can get our zoning attached to here rather than here. And then I'd probably just, you know, kind of do this. We'll do maybe a smaller one right there. That works. Might not. Okay, we'll leave it at that. And then we'll do something similar to here. Where we have kind of commercial right there. Then this is where our bigger commercial buildings will be. And I like to space them out. I don't really like to bunch these buildings. Really just want to space them out in between to kind of create that like alleyway where you think that these businesses will put their trash in between here. They'll put like dumpsters and walk through here. That's kind of like what I like to do for this. We'll put another one on this corner. We'll do a small one right there. And we'll go right up against this parking lot. Do that. We'll keep some noise population through here. Okay, so those buildings got built out and they're a little small right now, but obviously as they continue to grow, they will get larger and look a lot less the same. But what I did here was I kept it NA low density just to kind of fit the kind of North American theme that I'm going for. You can switch these up and do European commercial just because like you don't have these same building size here as well. Yeah, they're different, but they also look very much the same. Same thing for here. So the next thing that I would typically do when I look in here is I would start to detail this out. So this is very flat and very boring. There's not a lot of detail in here. So what you could do in an easy one is to just fill in all of the blank spaces with trees. Look at this, there's a lot of trees here and that looks a lot better. But what you could also do is use mods or developer mode to make some surfaces to make it a lot better. So you can get like your concrete surfaces and fill in this area and fill in the back of this area and kind of fill in a lot more detail over through here. And that's probably what I'll do, but what I typically do just for residential areas to fill that in is I really just densify it with trees. It's the easiest way to kind of fill in and make it a little bit more natural. What I'll typically do is just do the multiple ones, and then I'll click either evergreen and just sort of paint. Oh, I have Anarchy on, so I'm gonna actually remove this so that I can turn Anarchy off. Okay, turn Anarchy off. Make sure you have that off because it will like paint on the homes and the roads. I'll go in through here, kind of paint this area out, and I'll go into the deciduous trees and we'll paint more in through here, and just kind of keep going, and really like fill in these empty areas. And I did want to go into single. Fine, since this is a tropical map, I want to get our tropical trees. It will place multiple. What I wanted to do. So then I'll go place some palm trees around. Fill in this area. That looks a lot cleaner and a lot more of a typical small town. The next thing what I'm going to do is I'm really going to detail out this Main Street area, and this is going to be really cured and not like the randomness for these trees around the homes. So it's going to be a lot more detailed. I'll probably do a lot of trees kind of back here so that we can kind of create a sound barrier for these businesses. And then typically when I do these detailings, if I want to add commercial zoning, I will do that in this portion when I detail out. But just by looking at this, what I would do is I would actually go into here and create a pedestrian path. I would just stretch it along through here, have it here. I wouldn't connect it in through the neighborhoods except for this, and I turn on Anarchy. Just connect this park through here. Then you can do this, connect this up. Connect these pedestrian paths up to the main roads so that you can just connect through here and people can walk to their home if they need to. We kind of have our path through here, kind of blocks up this area. I guess maybe we could probably do one down through here. Create this pedestrian path connects here. I'm gonna end up deleting this because you have your sidewalk right here already, so you don't need a dedicated pedestrian path. As you can see, Sims are using this sidewalk rather than this pathway. So I'm going to go ahead and detail out this portion to we're going to go through this portion as I'm not going to speed through that, and then I will speed through the rest of this commercial district area. So I know I placed all these trees, but I rather would delete this area and start fresh over here. I'll either we'll just go ahead and like delete all of the. Okay, so all of this is cleaned up now, and what we would do is I would look at what we have for surfaces first. We're going to use the pavement one, and what I would do is this would probably be like a back alley for this building. I'm going to connect it to the actual building and put it back here, connect to there. Have this back alleyway where you'd probably put trash or have like employee parking where the manager can just kind of pull up, park here, do its thing rather than taking up luxury parking spaces for customers. And the same thing goes for here, probably. Probably go back to here. Have kind of like this. So run along. Area. And you'd have this back alleyway through here. And this one would also probably, this one probably wouldn't have a back alley now that it has like this fence, but we're gonna give it one anyways. Probably go to like here, cross, here, it up, here. Connect it with. And then you'd have your alley, your back area here. And the same thing goes here. You will on this one. And we're just gonna go right here for this one to be a little different. And have that kind of brings in unique feel to your city. Go here. Can't really, it won't do anything, but it brings that flair, and we'll probably. The next thing, what I do is kind of fill in our trees to kind of get that feel, and then we'll go in and figure out decals on this areas. What I want to do is I want to bunch up. We're gonna go single trees. I want to get these larger trees like the alders really bunch this area trees. I'll switch between the elder and oak. This will allow me to get much privacy for these homes here. And what I would probably do is I would probably do a line that right there. Get that ultimate privacy. Here. And then this is, so I would continue that on, but this is kind of like a one-off where I would actually to go back to our net lines, go to fence. I'm gonna pick the industrial high fence, turn Anarchy off. Good. Turn something off. Something like that. Go to here, to that building, and this would be back here. And I'm actually gonna leave this fence back here, and I'll leave the rest open and utilize tree coverage. Do that. Utilize the rest as back here. And then we'll probably do the same through here. Grab our fence, connect it. End it right there. So now we have it fenced off. Not. So now we can actually work with what we need. Back to our trees. I want to focus on here. Place a lot of larger. Okay, so we filled that in. Then probably do a lot of smaller trees here. I'm gonna do a line tool with birch, and we're gonna select random heights here. I wish. Yeah, so we got it offset through here. Let's put it down to 3. We'll turn Anarchy. Our offset there, so that it offsets there, and we'll do another offset here. Offset that in the back. And then I do want to single. And detail this out. Here. Do want to grab Florida palm. Line tool. Turn the offset off. Maybe do. I'll turn the offset off on this one. Our Florida palm right there. And then I want to get our flower bush. Really dense this up. Override, so we making sure we have Anarchy on, because it won't work if we don't. Fill that in, and then I just typically go here, delete. Ones where it overlaps. You could just leave the overlapping. I know I've done that a few times too, but that. Grab all bush through here. And we'll level that out. There. That. Then I want another small bush. Offset this one. No. Do something like that. Base that out. And then I'll grab normal palm tree. Something like that. Again. Fill this in so we have that right there, and I'll probably do something like that too along fence. That, and then I want to do some more detailing over through here. Similar to what we do here is we'll do similar to kind of what we did over through here. So you would have your oil palm, stretches through here. And what we'll do for this one, do something like this. Have something like that, and do a Anarchy right here. Their palm tree over here. Same thing goes over here. I like our palm trees. It kind of feels like it was actually designed and not just placed. And then this is probably where I would just kind of get a wild green bush, do a line tool, just bring it along the road. Like so. So that is very detailed with trees. The next is what we would do is we would grab our surfaces and decals. You can grab your parking decals. I typically like to just grab different sizing. Right here, you probably want to do like there's some parking back here. Service parking, where service trucks, if they're offloading and just park here and go stock the shelves, they can park there. Then what I can do now is going to find it, and then we can go trash. And I would do trash pile random first. Just kind of plop a few right there. Grab a trash container. And place it. Place 2 right there. And I'd go light. And I'd probably put here out. This goes right there. Okay. Probably put one right here, and right there. It kind of lights the back parking lot, however you would want to do it. And then you can go into cars. I don't know why, so I don't know why it's not placing, but car would probably be there, but not really working right now. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's a little broken, but you get the idea. What you could do is go into your surfaces. We have our road decals. Go in and zoom in and kind of place these decals over cracks, ride, blend these cracks in stains, arch stain, kind of place it on these roads surfaces and get a little more decal, more detailed, not decaled. Really messing up my speaking today. You can go even a little further and create car lane. Do is kind of bring it off. That's dirt, gravel. I don't know why I did that. Then you can kind of do that. So it's not letting me delete that, but you kind of get the idea where you can kind of create these worn down areas. And you can obviously get a lot more detailed if you wanted to, like probably more bike racks. You get, benches in through here. You can add a lot more trash bins over through here. You get a lot more detail now, and what I can do now is to go even further. decals. Snap to surface. Turn like snap off, upright off. Do kind of like that. Kind of large. Add graffiti signs. Go back to your stains. Add like stains through here. This is not the best one to do. You get the picture. You have your kind of decals on here to kind of add some extra flair to the area. So yeah, that's kind of the idea of what you can do, and you can really get really detailed in City Skylines 2. So I am going to do the rest off camera, and you can kind of see what I come up with. All right, so I went ahead and did all of the rest over through here. I didn't do up and through here. I just really made a path, and that's about it. If we ever expand, if I continue this series, if we ever expand over here, then I'll probably detail this out and I'll do it off camera. But as you notice, we have a lot of worker shortage, so I think I'm going to continue and do a bunch of residential neighborhoods up and through here. And I'm going to reserve this area for more commercial space, and obviously we'll have a bunch of commercial space along here, what I talked about earlier. And I think once I kind of zone out some homes in through here, we might call it an episode. I want to utilize our road hierarchy, and I want to continue a road up through here of our main connector through here, and we'll do another one up in here, and we'll kind of figure out a way to kind of fit into this terrain. It's getting a little crowded up here, so we'll figure that out. But I wanted to bring our alleyway road, and we'll go straight through here. We'll reserve kind of this area for commercial and any other city services that we need. But I want to start cutting it off and having some residential back in through here. Kind of go up. Then before we get any too nitty gritty, let's make sure we're bringing our main road around, and we'll just end it right there. And now that we have that, let's actually this road path. We'll actually probably do this, and we can do is do something a little unique. I'm gonna do something like that. Do something like that. Maybe scratch that. Let's actually do this, and then we'll just connect it right here, and we'll leave some greenery right up in here. But we'll kind of utilize this area, and then let's actually make some homes back in through here. Yeah, let's just, no, that road looks a little funky. We'll keep it like that. But yeah, we'll probably fill a bunch of trees up in through here, and we'll have a bunch of homes kind of scattered in here. So we'll probably continue out like a grid-like pattern. Not as straight arrow, you know. Do something like that, and then let's connect up and through here. Go that way. Then we'll have some fun with it for this portion. Connect it right there, have a little neighborhood right here. And we'll leave it like that. Now, what I actually should probably do is create a high school, and maybe when we push our road here, we put our high school over in here. And so I want to make that area flat. So we will level this out. Probably have to soften this out. Let's go back to our main 2-lane road. Then we'll go up here. Something like that. Do something like that. And then we'll have our high school here. And I think I'm just going to have it connect to this road rather than creating an alleyway road, because it looks a little bit awkward. If we were to go to high school, and let's actually have it turn Anarchy off. How far we can go over, so right there. So we will have it attach right there. That way we can upgrade, put our field over through here, and might as well just do that now. We'll put force field over through here. Then ideally you would probably just kind of detail this out, kind of hide it with trees. But I'm gonna go ahead and zone out a bunch of neighborhoods in through here to help our worker shortage, because that is a problem. And yeah. All right, so those homes are filled in. We have our high school, and I filled out some homes in through here. I kind of like how this turned out. You kind of have some sprawling neighborhoods in through here, some residential neighborhoods. But yeah, we still definitely have our worker shortage, and that's probably not going to get solved. We'd have to really create some huge neighborhoods and some urban, some low density sprawl to help fix that issue. But yeah, I really like how this turned out. This video was basically kind of showing how I create my towns and my thinking and my thought process on each step of laying out the roads, laying out my zoning, how things go, and then detailing things out of the level of detail that I go. You can obviously go a little further with detailing like the actual buildings, on how I did that one building over here, I believe right here, where I added some graffiti, and then obviously we have our road paths that you can do. But yeah, I just wanted to make this video to kind of show you my thought process of everything. Anyways, that's gonna do it for today's episode. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and let me know if you want me to continue this build. I'm really curious. I kind of like the map, and I like how things are turning out, and I really like kind of going slow and steady, and not really caring about how well the city is. I just really want to detail and build, and I think it could be fun. So let me know, and if you guys like this video, give it a like, and if you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe to the channel and ring that bell icon to be notified when a new episode comes out. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.